Hello students, today my topic is related to agriculture, which is included in NCRT lesson 4, that is agriculture. And under this lesson, a topic that is step farming is included. And in CBSE class plus 2 biology, lesson name is agriculture and topic terrace or step farming. So students, today we will discuss about the agriculture and only the topic step farming, which is practiced in hilly or mountainous areas of Indian subcontinent. First of all, I would like to discuss about the terraces or the step farming. As you all know, in mountainous areas, small fields are maintained to cultivate the land, which are not only for the perfect cultivation, it also stop the soil erosion from the mountain or hilly areas. With it, now we are discussing about the farming done in the hilly or mountainous areas. So today we will discuss the advantages of the terrace farming. What are the next steps? Step farming or terrace farming is common in hills to check soil erosion through water current or the slopes. It is nothing but a type of farming which consists of different steps which are known as terrace or steps built on slopes of hills and mountains. Whenever it rains heavily, instead of soil nutrients being wasted, it will be carried to next down terrace. It helped to support civilizations, increased need for poultry, crops, and livestock. So, that is the reason the step farming is required in hilly or mountainous areas. It practiced in different parts of the country, like in mountainous areas of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, some parts of UP, that is the northeastern states of country. With it, the same farming is practiced in some southern states like Andhra Pradesh, also some parts of Punjab, that is lower Shivalik hills included in some areas of Punjab where agriculture farming is practiced, step farming is practiced. The pictures you are looking here are from the village of state Punjab where the farming is done with by the family itself. They don't use any type of tractor or some other ways of farming, but they flow the fields with themselves. They use manpower to flow the fields and cultivate their farms. That is why in many of the villages of the mountainous areas, the families are included to work in the farms, work in the fields, flow the fields. Like you see, the children also enjoy the farming in the mountainous areas because the fields are very small, and due to the small fields, they required less manpower. So the children and the family collectively work in the fields. That is the step farming. Step by step fields are maintained in the mountains. So step farming or the terrace farming is come into being. Terrace farming in India commonly practiced in some mountainous hilly states like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, northeast states, and also in some southern states. Terrace farming is practiced mainly, you can see in the map of India, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, northeastern states, and Andhra Pradesh. That is blinking on the map. You can clearly watch it. Farmers use different methods for farming. In hilly areas, farmers use different methods like self flowing with bulls or oxes. Many times, all the family members work collectively in the fields. Children also enjoy the farming, and also with the help of other methods, that is the small technical tools are also now used in the mountainous or hilly areas in Indian subcontinent. You can clearly watch the airy view of a village in Himachal Pradesh where you can see the terrace farms, terrace farming, or the fields which looks like the steps in the mountains, and that clearly be plowed or maintained by the people itself. There is use of less machinery, less technical tools, etc. Steep hill slopes are not at all favorable for agriculture practices. People living in these slopy mountains convert this complex land to agriculture land by cutting terraces or steps in the slopes of the hilly areas. This makes it suitable for carrying out agriculture practices. Terraces farming or step farming is commonly done on the slopes of the hills. It is defined as the farming in which the steps or the hills or mountains are cut in the form of steps so that the farmer gets enough space for cultivating various kinds of crops. The advantages of terrace farming make it a regular practice in the hills. The advantages are it allows the use of land which could not be used for conventional farming. It helps to reduce the erosion, prevents heavy rainfall from running down from the slopes. It also helps to reduce flooding in the valley. It slows down the momentum of water in the slopes, and thus the water can be used for irrigation purposes. So you look students that in mountainous areas in terrace farming, the oxes or bulls are also used to plow the fields. People in the villages or the hilly areas use the bulls or the oxes to plow the fields and to maintain their land. If you look about the fields, you saw not any machinery or technical use or to prepare the fields, to make the fields in the hilly areas. The people use only the manpower to make the fields from a slope land of the mountains. It makes it a step by step from downwards to upwards so that a stepwise step fields can be made for the cultivation, and also a path was maintained alongside the fields to bring the material or to uh, reach the fields that are far off from the villages or the houses. So in the hilly areas or in the mountainous areas, it is important. Step or terrace farming, also defined as uh, a method of farming that consists of different steps or terraces that were developed in the various places around the world. The rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras hills and mountains. That is the main important examples of the terrace farmings in the world. Thank you very much, students. You can comment for other videos on the topic of geography. I will be make it ready for you. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.